Hello everybody! People use balloons in many different ways. We use balloons for different reasons, different purpose. We use balloons to make decorations, for entertaining, occupational therapy, art therapy, hand motion coordination, educational purpose. Generally we use balloons for decorations, make balloon sculptures, and entertaining. Talking about entertaining, the first thing comes on my mind is games. There are many different games that we can play indoor, outdoor, with different number of players. Most of those games don't require any balloon twisting skills to play the game. Anyone can play them. You just have to know how to inflate balloons. There is one particular game that does require balloon twisting skills. It is my favorite game. I call it Guess What I'm Making. The name of the game is self-explaining. It has very simple rules. All players must figure out what balloon twister is making while he is making it. The first player who gets the name of the sculpture correctly gets the prize. And the prize is the balloon sculpture. A player can have only one sculpture, no matter how many times he wins. If player wins more than once, he has to give the sculpture to someone else who doesn't have sculptures yet. The balloon twister job is to keep the game alive. You have to make jokes, talk to the audience, and there is always something to speak about. You can always explain kids what are you making, how are you making it. This way you encourage children to participate in the game, and not just the children, adults too. Participating in this game as a balloon twister, I prefer to make simple, similar looking sculptures. I have a couple of my favorite lines of balloon sculptures that I make for this particular game. I always start with something simple, one balloon sculpture. On my website fewdui.com you can find links to many different balloon animal sculptures, including detailed instructions to every balloon sculpture you will see in this instruction. Does it look like anything you know? It is a simple hat. We made a swan. A winner can wear it as a hat. Now I'm going to make another balloon sculpture. You have to guess what it is. Someone just said that I'm making another swan. Sure, we can make another swan. A hat. That's right, it could be this hat, or that hat, or it could be this hat. The first player who said hat got the prize. Now make a guess what I'm going to make the next. Did someone just say that I'm making another hat? Not exactly. Someone said that it is a swan? Not exactly. Swan is not red color. So you're right, I'm making this sculpture exactly the same way as I made the swan and the hat. But I'm not making a hat. It is going to be something different. Something that you may know. Does it look familiar to you? Not quite yet. Alright. It is not a hat, and it is not a swan. I just heard the answer. That's right. It is Elma. Elma hat. Also we can make a Cookie Monster working in the same way, using just blue color balloon. Try to figure out what I'm going to make next. It is not a hat, not a swan, though it looks like I'm making hat or swan. Do you recognize it now? You are right, it is a flower. The flower needs a stem. Here's a flower with a stem. Working basically in the same way, we can make different flowers. Here's another flower. Now we have a bouquet of flowers. Let's see if you can guess what I'm making next. It is a hat, but I'm not making a hat. I'm making this time something different. Here we have two hats. That's not what I'm making. Someone said that I'm making a ball. We can use it as a ball, that's right. We can use it to play a basketball in apartment. Or it could be a pumpkin. It could be anything we mentioned before. Or it could be a flower. Working in this way we can make many different flowers. Here we have made basic 6 petals flower. Also we can use the same basic 6 petals flower to make many different variations of flowers. This time I made 6 petals woven flower. Let's make stem with leaves. Try to guess what the next balloon sculpture I'm going to make. It looks like a hat, though I'm not going to make a hat. Does it look like anything you may know? It could be a small sized pumpkin, it could be a ball, it could be anything. As you can see, all the sculptures that we have made today in this instruction were somehow related to each other. I use the simplest 3-fold hat as a base to make those sculptures. It's one of my favorite balloon sculptures line to work for this game. I call it 3-fold hat line. Now I want to show you a line of 1 balloon sculptures. It is actually my favorite line. I'm going to use chain of small, about thumbnail size bubbles to make many different balloon animals. To save our time I will show number of balloon sculptures using just 1 balloon. So far it doesn't look like anything, maybe a caterpillar. It could be monkey or poodle hat. It could be a rear part of different balloon animals. I started this line with chain of 4 bubbles, and then I simply add chain of next 4 and so on. It could be a baby giraffe, or we can make a simple dog from 12 bubbles. A poodle. We can use the same sculpture to make a crown. Here we have made a fancier crown with 4 points. Here we have made a 5-pointed star. Instead of making a star, we can use it to make a caterpillar. let's make another chain of 4 bubbles. Now instead of a caterpillar or 5-pointed star, we have a different sculpture. Here it is, Star of David or 6-pointed star. The same sculpture we can use to represent snowflake. We can use this sculpture to make a middle part of sunflower. Instead of making a 6-pointed star, we can use the same chain to make 2 kissing or sniffing dogs. Here's the first dog, and here's another dog. 2 kissing or 2 sniffing dogs. If you want, you can split this bubble on 2 bubbles of the same size. So ask me, what did I make? I don't know. It could be anything. In the game we can make many more different balloon sculptures. On my website feeddoit.com you can find links to more than 200 different balloon twisting instructions about how to make many different balloon animals. And when you checking out my website feeddoit.com, I also would suggest you to check the page online balloon twisting resources. That is where you can find links to different websites, different channels of many different balloon twisters. With regards for this particular game, I would recommend you to check YouTube users channels, Buster Balloons channel and also David Scott channel. David Scott stage performance. I think it is one of the first YouTube videos that David Scott published on his channel. David Scott stage performance is very inspirational work. And look and search around, you will find many more ideas. Make up your own balloon lines, play it well, have fun and happy twisting. I want to add a couple more words about the game. I like to play this game with all my customers. I make balloon sculptures that I know how to make. As a balloon twister in charge of the game, I make what's easier, what is faster for me to make. The customer name it and I let him win. It is win-win game for everyone. This particular game can eliminate the necessity to ask your customer a silly question. What balloons do you want? I wish you good luck trying to figure out how to make that. Have fun and happy twisting!